Hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well and just taking it a day at a time. That's all you can do, one day at a time. Awesome. So for those of you that are new to this channel, please welcome. We truly welcome you. And for those that have been coming to the channel constantly, we also appreciate your continued patronize of the channel. So just for those that are new, this channel is really designed mostly to more or less bring, I call it stock market for every investor. Is a way, or everybody. I mean, not just, it's a way to try to break down what goes on in the stock market for everyone in a way everybody can understand it and can benefit from it. Okay. So as you guys can see, one of the goal is for those of you that have 401k, IRA, broker account, the goal of this channel is to help you to grow it faster. So providing you information that you need, like all these big players, all those in Wall Street, things that they know that they've been using to make more money. So this channel help you to understand that. The other thing is trying to help to protect from market risk. We all know that stock market can sometimes go up or go down. So one of the things that we're going to do with this channel is provide you, some of the risk that you need to watch out for so that you can adjust your portfolio accordingly and continue to make money. And also, we're going to talk a lot about things that you can do to make your retirement last longer, work smarter. And lastly, for those of you that haven't started investing, okay, the goal of this channel is to let you know that you're losing money by not investing because to make money is in the stock market. It's not in your checking account or savings account. Nobody get rich by saving money in the checking account. So you guys can see millionaires and billionaires are made every day in the stock market. So the goal of this channel is to help you, everybody, to understand that there is a huge opportunity and we don't want you to miss out. Okay. So one of the way I do this is every week I provide what I call weekly market breakdown for everyday investors. More or less is recap what happened each week and try to break it down in a way that every simple person can understand it, every one of us can understand it, and we can understand why it matters for your portfolio. And every week things happen a lot in the stock market. So information is power. That's what it's all about. So the more you know about the market, the better you can actually, make decisions on how to grow your wealth. And that's what it's all about. Okay. So let's do this thing. So, oh, by the way, my name is Dr. Peter Vitade. I've been investing for over 20 years and I've been blessed to make, a couple of money from it, a lot of money from it. So the goal of this channel is to share some of those things that really work for me. I actually started my journey over 20 years ago with $1,000. And, I was in through constant understanding what's going on in the market, getting the right information, I've been able to build it to something very huge. Okay, so that's what this channel is all about. So for this week, from that started Monday, so I usually do this recap what happened in Wall Street every week from Monday to Friday. So let's get to it. So now, one of the things I usually try to do at the for this weekly recap is to start with what I call the portfolio booster. So it means what are things that can help you for those, especially those of you that have 401k, that have IRA, that have regular account, what are things that can help you to boost it, to make it grow faster? So this week, I'm looking at in a way to reduce your risk. So that's what I'm focusing on this week. And one of the ways to reduce your risk of losing money or having lower returns on your asset is paying attention to the AI boom. Okay. So as everybody can, except somebody's in the cave for the last few years, everybody know that the big thing now is all about AI, 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 AI. AI is going to transform businesses, going to transform our lives. It's going to make things better. So because of that, we have all these companies that are at the forefront of this push to use AI. A company like Nvidia, like Microsoft, like Google, like Meta, all these companies are bringing together technologies, infrastructures, and things that can help us to actually leverage this technology, especially for businesses, and also for common people like you and I. So now well, so this week, the challenge now is that, just like in every technology, new technology, the problem is always that Wall Street and ordinary people always overreact, okay? Then they start buying that stock as if there's no going to be tomorrow, okay? So that's where we find ourselves now. All these AI stocks, their price have really grown so much that it's getting to a bubble state. Okay. So, what I mean by that is that, it's just like, it's like, you have a white bread. Okay. You've been buying white bread for a while. And all of a sudden, somebody came up with the wheat bread. And all of a sudden, everybody's buying that wheat bread. Everybody's excited. Everybody's just buying it. Because of that, the price of that bread continued to go up. And the stock of that company continued to go up. But eventually, let's say the stock, I mean, the bread rise up to like $6 or $7. Eventually, something got to give. So exactly what we have here. Every new technology, Wall Street will pump it, pump it, pump it, and the stock price of this company continue to go up. And as it go up, more people they try to join so that they can make money too. And before you know it, the stock price will get to a point that it's just at the extreme end. And that's what we're seeing here now with AI, with Nvidia, Tesla, and all these companies. So they're looking, the price is just too much. By the way, one of the way we measure the price of a stock is called PE. So PE is price earning ratio. So mostly what it means is, in a very simple language, all it means is that the price that investors are paying for profit that a company is generating. Okay. The higher that price, the more it is getting to bubble state. And that's why we're here today, okay, with all these stocks. So and here I'm just trying to bring to our attention that if you have any of these stocks in your portfolio, and this is why it matters to you, okay? It is this time to ring the register, okay? It is time to reduce some of your exposure to it because now it's very close to bubble stage and it's going to bust. And here I just give an example of things that happened in the past because this is not like a conspiracy theory or something or fear. It's just pattern recognition. Okay. So if you guys look at here, it has happened before in the past. For example, RCA in the 1920s, they came up with radio. Guess what? Everybody get excited and their stock price went up over the roof. GE did the same thing with electricity in 1920s as well, and also Cisco with internet in the 1990s. So their stock price went up. As you guys can see here, the bubble eventually busted and they lost a lot of money. RCA fell 98%. I mean, it's just awesome. That's also awful. So that means if you have $1,000 there, you'll be left with $20. GE fell 97%. Cisco crashed 89%. So what I'm saying to you guys is that for this AI, they're getting to that point. Eventually, the music is going to stop. It always stops. Okay. So what I'm saying to you guys now is that, go and look at your portfolio. Make sure that you are not overexposed to these companies. If you are, reduce your exposure because the easy money has been made already. So reduce your exposure. So that's my weak portfolio booster. More or less what it's trying to tell you guys is unnecessary risk that you guys have to avoid in your 401k, your IRA, and also your brokerage account. Okay? Also, and by the way, this is not an investment advice. It's just a suggestion. So consult your financial advisor like us, SeekSave Investment, and we can help you do more. Okay? So let's continue. So the other thing I always try to do every week is to let everybody know how the week went. Okay, what happened this week. So for this current week, so the market started very strong. There was some weak economy data that we got. Because of that, it affects the market. It always does. Then the big thing for this week is we're looking forward to next week when the Fed is supposed to meet. Okay, the Federal Reserve. So the consensus is that the Fed is going to lower rate. So when that happens, it usually positively affects stocks because it makes borrowing costs cheaper. Okay, like your mortgage loan, business loan, even margin loan, even credit card loan usually goes down because they affect the interest that we pay on the loan. So because of that, Wall Street usually like it. So we're looking forward to the market to react next week positively. The reaction might not be that much, but the other thing is the Bitcoin continue to go down, and I'm going to create a separate video to walk through what's going on there. It's just really been a mess since November. Okay, so just a recap this week, the market was down a little bit. S&P 500. S&P 500 is usually the biggest 500 company. It's usually more diversified, so it's less risky. Then there's Dow. Dow is made up of mostly big companies like AT&T, like Coca-Cola. These are the ones that we call the old schools. Okay, their stock don't usually move very well, but the good news they have is they always pay good dividend, sending money back to the investor. And yet today they are up 12%. And look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the bomb diggity, okay? These are big technology companies. Most of the AI stock, they trade in NASDAQ. They're usually more expensive, very, volatile. They go up fast and they come down fast, okay? So far, so good this year. They've been up 22%, which is really, really good. Then gold. I mean, gold has been on fire since the beginning of the year. And it's because of a lot of people are afraid of what's going to happen, in the geopolitical situations. So because of that, people and even government, they are buying gold like no man's business, and that's why it continues to go up. And Bitcoin this week really went down, as you guys can see. So now, why does this matter to your portfolio? Why should I care? Why does I care what happened? So what he's saying here is that the market is currently still very expensive, okay, especially all these tech and cryptocurrencies. So if you have those, make sure that you trim some of those or know about the greater risk of, serious downtime. And, like I mentioned, if the Fed cut rate, reduce interest rates, it should help the stock market to do well. But the funny thing is, the last one didn't do much. So we see what this one does. And also, it's always good to diversify. Don't concentrate only on all these AI stocks that everybody's making noise about. So, what else are we watching on? So, what are things that we're watching out for? Because, as always, when you're in the market, when you're trading, it's always good to know what goes on. And also, that's one of the reasons why we have this channel to let you know what's going on. What are things you need to watch out for to be cautious about? One of them is the AI bubble risk that I always mention, the Fed rate cut, another thing. Another big one is the debt. Consumer debt and government debt is really, really high, and it can lead to serious problem. So that's also one thing we're watching out for. Credit card debt, auto loan, mortgage loan, business loan. It's just at all-time high, and it's just unsustainable. Government debt is over 30 trillion. That's really huge. So those are things we're watching out for that can really affect how the market works or how the market moves. So those are things I will continue to report for you guys to help you guys to know so you can make decision on how to position your portfolio so that you don't lose money. The last thing is crypto. We talked about that already. Opportunities that we have here, we always have opportunity in the market because every time market goes up, it's not always everything that goes up. Okay, especially different industry usually do different things. The value stocks means the old ones that I mentioned in Dow. they're really very cheap. So those are things that we can focus on. And company that pay dividend as well, they are very cheap. It's one of those you can pick up rather than you can move some of your money from AI that is really out of control to all these, value stocks, also dividend stocks. And also another thing that is really good at this time is you can put some money in money market fund. Some of them actually pay between 3 to 4%, which is not really bad. And the advantage is that you reduce your risk when market correct, because eventually it has to. Because currently the market is just too expensive. Okay? And also here, I always give you guys retirement move of the week. What I encourage you to do this week. Again, suggestion. It's not investment advice. Is that to make sure that just like look at your portfolio, especially for those of you that are about 55 going to older. It's time to look at your portfolio, make sure that what you are investing is good enough for where you are in your journey. Okay, because if you have too much speculative stocks, too much volatile stocks, it can really affect your retirement. So again, if you need more, you can post and we can discuss it more. So again, for those of you, please like and subscribe to this channel, everyone, please, so that I can encourage us to do more. Also share this video with people that have either 401k, IRA, or other investment, or people that are not investing. Don't forget, if you are not investing in the stock market, you're missing a lot, okay? And every week I usually try to focus on one stock that is really trading cheap. And for those that have IRA or you have your regular ordinary account, can buy. So one of them is Rocket Company or Lending Tree, and Lending Tree as well. These are companies that they haven't been doing well because interest rate is gone up. So now that the Federal Reserve is beginning to cut interest rate, it's going to help this company because people, they actually provide mortgage loans. Okay, so if the rate is lower, people are more likely to refinance, and would be a big business for this company. So if you're looking for a good company to buy, this is a good one at this time. Again, it's not an investment advice, it's just a suggestion, okay? So, and lastly, just want to say the goal of this video and this channel is to help you understand what professional Wall Street people understand, and that's why they're making the money. So it's more or less to level the playing field. And again, I'm leveraging over 20 years of experience. Also, I have PhD in information science and finance. Intersection of my main area is how we leverage technology to make more money in the stock market, and I've been doing it for 20 years. So yeah, please like and subscribe to our channel so we continue to produce this and continue to help us. And again, like I mentioned, this video is just for education purpose only. It's not personalized investing advice. If you need investment advice, reach out to us at SeekSaveInvestment.com. And also you can post comments, you can ask questions on this channel. I'll be checking it and I'll be answering them. Again, lastly, just keep in mind that you know you can make money in the stock market like everybody else. What it takes is information. Information is power. You need to know what's going on in the stock market that will help you to know what to buy, when to buy, how to adjust your portfolio, and how to make money. Because in fine analysis, it's all about the money. Again, thanks for joining us here. Check out for other videos. And by the way, I'm going to be doing this every week. So I'm going to do the weekly recap, what goes on in Wall Street, in the stock market, and how you can take advantage of it. Again, information is power, information is money. The more you know about the market, the more you can make money, like all the billionaires and the millionaires, and that's what this channel is all about. Thank you, and everybody have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Thanks. Bye all.